We are living in a time of profound change in the world of work. The very ground beneath our professional lives is shifting. More of us are working remotely, scattered across cities and time zones, peering at each other through screens. At the same time, a new generation is entering the workforce. They are asking for more than just a paycheck. Connection, meaning, a sense of belonging. In this new landscape, something fundamental and deeply human has emerged as a critical driver of success: friendship. It's the unspoken engine that powers great teams. We often dismiss it as a soft skill or a nice-to-have, but the data and our own lived experiences tell us a different story. True connection at work isn't a distraction. It's a prerequisite for brave teams, innovative teams, resilient teams. Let's be clear about what we mean by workplace friendship. This isn't about forced fun, mandatory happy hours. It's about creating the conditions for genuine human bonds to form. It's the quiet trust that builds between two people who have each other's backs. It's the colleague who sees you're having a tough day and asks, "Are you okay?" without needing a reason. It's the safety to be vulnerable, to share a half-baked idea, to admit you don't know the answer. These relationships can be contained entirely within the workday, or they can extend into our personal lives. The form doesn't matter as much as the foundation: mutual respect, trust, a shared sense of humanity. This is the connective tissue that holds a team together when things get hard. The conversation about performance often centers on metrics, processes, technology. We love what we can measure, but we are missing the biggest piece of the puzzle if we ignore the quality of the relationships within our teams. When we feel seen and valued by the people we work with, we are more willing to show up, be brave, do our best work. It unlocks a level of commitment that no performance incentive can buy. Neglecting this fundamental human need for connection is like trying to grow a garden without tending to the soil. You might get a few sprouts, but you will never see a thriving, resilient ecosystem. The courage to do great work is born in the safety of trusted relationships. Think about the best team you've ever been on. Was it a group of strangers who just followed the rules and hit their targets? Or was it a group where you felt a real sense of camaraderie, where you could laugh, debate, even disagree, knowing that you were all in it together? I'm willing to bet it was the latter. The most successful teams aren't just collections of skilled individuals. They are communities. They are places where people feel they belong. In this new era of work, leaders who fail to recognize the power of friendship are not just missing an opportunity. They are failing their people, and ultimately, their organizations. It's time we started treating connection as the strategic imperative it truly is. When we talk about friendship at work, it can feel a bit fuzzy, but the benefits are concrete, measurable, deeply impactful. The first major proof point is that friendship fuels collaboration and knowledge sharing. In a culture of trust, people are not afraid to ask for help or share what they know. Think about it. Are you more likely to share a new, unproven idea with a stranger, or with a friend who you know will listen with generosity? When friends work together, information flows freely. This breaks down the silos that cripple so many organizations, allowing teams to solve complex problems with greater speed and creativity. The psychological safety inherent in friendship is the lubricant for the gears of innovation. Second, teams built on a foundation of friendship are simply more effective and agile. Friends develop a kind of shorthand. They can anticipate each other's needs and moves almost like a seasoned sports team. This unspoken coordination reduces the friction of daily work. There are fewer lengthy meetings needed to align on every single detail because there's a baseline of trust and shared understanding. A team member might say, "I'll start on the draft. You handle the client communication," and the other person just knows what that entails. This seamless cooperation makes the entire workflow smoother, faster, and less stressful for everyone involved. It's the difference between a clunky machine and a well-oiled one. True connection streamlines effort and amplifies output. The third, and perhaps most compelling, benefit is retention. People don't leave jobs. They leave managers, and they leave teams where they feel disconnected. Gallup's research has consistently shown that having a best friend at work is a powerful predictor of employee engagement and loyalty. When you have people at work who genuinely care about you, who celebrate your wins and support you through challenges, the workplace becomes more than just a place to earn a living. It becomes a community. This emotional tether is incredibly powerful. It saves companies enormous sums in recruitment and training costs, and it preserves the invaluable institutional knowledge and skills that walk out the door every time a valued employee leaves. To put it plainly, here are the proof points. Proof 1. Teams with strong social bonds share information more openly, leading to faster problem solving. A study from the MIT Human Dynamics Laboratory found that patterns of communication are a huge predictor of a team's success. Proof 2. The trust inherent in friendship creates psychological safety, which is the #1 driver of high-performing teams, according to Google's Project Aristotle research. Proof 3. Employees who have a best friend at work are 7 times more likely to be engaged in their jobs and are less likely to look for other opportunities. These aren't soft metrics. They are hard data with a direct impact on the bottom line. As with anything powerful, there is a shadow side to workplace friendship that we must acknowledge with open eyes. The first and most common pitfall is the risk of favoritism, or the appearance of it. When a leader is close friends with a particular team member, their decisions can come under scrutiny. Even if a promotion or a desirable project assignment is based purely on merit, others may perceive it as biased. This perception alone is corrosive. It can breed resentment, erode trust in leadership, and make other team members feel that the game is rigged. They may start to pull back, disengage, and believe that their hard work doesn't matter as much as who they know. Fairness is the bedrock of a healthy team culture, and favoritism shatters it. Another danger is the formation of cliques. It's natural for people to gravitate toward those they have the most in common with. But when these small, tight-knit groups become exclusive, they create an in-group and an out-group. This can be incredibly isolating for those on the outside. They might be left out of important conversations that happen informally over lunch or in a private chat channel. They miss out on the casual exchange of information and the opportunity to build their own connections. Cliques can stifle diversity of thought and create a toxic environment where people feel judged and excluded. It's the opposite of the inclusive, belonging culture that we should be striving for. It turns connection into a weapon of division. Finally, there's the issue of conflict spillover. Friendships are emotional relationships, and emotions are messy. When 2 friends on a team have a personal disagreement, that conflict rarely stays personal. It can bleed into professional interactions, creating palpable tension for the entire team. A fight that started over the weekend can result in cold shoulders, passive-aggressive emails, and a total breakdown in collaboration on Monday morning. This puts the rest of the team in an incredibly awkward position, forced to navigate the emotional fallout of a conflict they have no part in. Leaders then have the difficult task of mediating a problem that has roots outside of the workplace, blurring boundaries in uncomfortable ways. These risks are real, and we can't afford to ignore them. When we champion friendship at work, we must also be vigilant guardians against these shadow behaviors. It requires a commitment to transparency, clear boundaries, and courageous leadership. We have to be willing to have the hard conversations when we see favoritism taking root or a clique forming. Ignoring these issues in the name of preserving harmony is a mistake. True harmony doesn't come from avoiding conflict. It comes from moving through it with respect and integrity. Acknowledging the risks doesn't diminish the value of friendship. It allows us to cultivate it more responsibly and ethically. So, how do we lean into the power of friendship while navigating the risks? The answer lies in mindful, courageous leadership. It's not about forcing people to be friends. It's about being an architect of connection. The first practical step is to design for interaction. This means creating opportunities to connect as human beings, not job titles. Start meetings with a brief personal check-in. Structure projects for genuine collaboration, not silos. For remote teams, protect time for non-task conversation on video calls. These small rituals let relationships form organically. The second and most critical step is to build and protect psychological safety. This starts with you as a leader. Share your own small struggles. Admit when you've made a mistake. Ask for help. When you do, you give others permission to do the same. The third step is to establish and uphold clear, fair boundaries. Make the rules of the game transparent. How are decisions made? What are the criteria for promotions? Use panels for interviews. Use structured performance reviews. This reduces bias and favoritism. Watch team dynamics closely. If you see a clique forming, create mixed project teams, or facilitate group activities that include everyone. Have a clear, accessible conflict resolution process so disagreements don't poison the environment. Let me share a quick story. A tech team I worked with struggled after a new member, Sarah, joined. The core group had been together for years and had a strong bond. Their inside jokes and shared history made Sarah feel like an outsider. The team lead, Maria, noticed Sarah was quiet and withdrawn. Maria took action. She started a weekly 15-minute wins and learns session. Each person shared one professional success and one thing they learned from a mistake that week. By modeling vulnerability, Maria created a safe space. Slowly, Sarah began to open up. The team learned her skills and her personality. The old friendships stayed, and the circle expanded to include a new valued member. Maria didn't force friendship. She created the conditions for it. In the end, the path to higher performance is paved with better relationships. We have looked at the clear benefits. Friendship boosts knowledge sharing, enhances teamwork, and dramatically improves retention. We have also stared clear-eyed at the risks of favoritism, cliques, and conflict spillover. The evidence is clear. The choice for leaders is not whether to allow friendships at work, but how to cultivate them with intention and care. Ignoring the relational health of your team in today's world is a form of strategic malpractice. We must have the courage to treat connection not as a fluffy extra, but as a core component of our operational strategy. It's time to lead with heart and humanity. This work requires us to move beyond the outdated belief that our professional and personal selves should be kept entirely separate. We are whole human beings, and we bring our whole selves to work whether we are invited to or not. The leader's job is to create an environment where that wholeness is welcome and where people can connect authentically. This doesn't mean you need to be everyone's best friend. It means you must be the steward of a culture where friendship can thrive safely. It means paying attention to the human dynamics of your team with the same rigor you apply to your budgets and timelines. It is a call to care for the people who do the work.